If you hear these words, know this. It is no accident, but a response, a call from your soul that it has been waiting for. For centuries, the whisper of truth has drowned in the roar of everyday life, silenced by those who stubbornly strive to keep us captive in oblivion. But now, in this very moment, the veil of reality thins, and we can touch what is hidden beneath the shroud of illusions. Before we step into the most sacred, make your choice. Your like is not just approval. It is a declaration of intent, a confirmation of your aspiration. Your subscription is an entry into the ranks of seekers, those ready to break through the usual shell of false existence. This is your first decisive step on the path to awakening, to realizing the true potential that slumbers within each of us. The truth, which they so carefully hide behind the colorful screen of daily news, is actually simple and, in its own way, terrible. This is not just a conspiracy theory. It is a real conspiracy, directed against your very consciousness. We are slowly but surely being filled with the poison of the ordinary, our vigilance dulled, distracted from the true, vital purpose, the awakening of our inner light, the activation of the so-called third eye, and consequently, our pineal gland. This tiny, yet incredibly important organ, so often underestimated and even ridiculed, is actually the key to higher consciousness, a true bridge connecting our material world with the spiritual realm. Edgar Cayce himself, whose prophecies astound with their remarkable accuracy and depth, spoke of it as a sacred method, ancient, forgotten knowledge that is truly available to every person who dares to look deeper into their own soul. His methods, meticulously documented in countless records of his profound readings, did not require complex mystical rituals or any overseas exotic practices. They were built upon simple, yet incredibly powerful and profound principles. Cayce tirelessly emphasized the immense importance of conscious breathing, spoke of the healing power of meditation, discussed the necessity of proper nutrition, and, perhaps most importantly, the power of pure intention, the intention to awaken this inner light, to unlock the boundless potential that was originally inherent in each of us by the Creator. He perceived the pineal gland not just as another physical organ in our body, but as a powerful energy center, capable of capturing the subtlest energies, seeing what is hidden from ordinary sight, and hearing the quiet yet eternal whisper of the universe itself. In his teachings, echoes of ancient civilizations can be heard, civilizations that deeply revered this mysterious inner organ. The Sumerians, the Egyptians, the great Greeks, they were all aware of the existence of the so-called third eye and its inseparable connection to the divine. As symbols representing this special access point to higher knowledge, they used imagery. The eye of the god Horus, the all-seeing eye of Shiva. Edgar Cayce, however, our contemporary, presented us with a detailed practical guide on how to awaken and activate this ancient gift. He mentioned healing sun baths, the influence of certain colors and sounds. But concentration and the power of visualization occupied a key place in his instructions. Imagine a lost quatrain from the 11th century, verse 93, discovered in the forgotten archives of the ancient library of Alexandria. It speaks of a radiant stone situated within the head, which opens the gates to other unexplored worlds. Or consider the scrolls of the hermit monk Kenshin, found among the ashes of a once magnificent monastery on Mount Kurama. There it describes a luminous lotus that blooms at the very summit of our consciousness. All these are not mere coincidences. They are pieces of a single, complex puzzle that sum they are trying to dismantle, so that we may never be able to reassemble it. Look at the leaked information from the classified Chimera Protocol, which meticulously details an attempt to suppress humanity's collective consciousness through subtle information manipulation. Or perhaps this is some confidential report from the Roman Club, which, upon closer inspection, is dedicated not so much to population control as to suppressing humanity's spiritual potential, all to preserve boundless power in the hands of a select few. All of Vanga's prophecies, ancient Mayan calculations, mysterious Gnostic revelations, they all, like a single choir, point to one thing: the coming awakening, a chance to break free from the chains of illusion, those unknown forces, so intent on keeping us captive, skillfully employ fractal patterns within the intricacies of geopolitical events to create in us the illusion of complete chaos and utter powerlessness. They play on our deepest fears, intentionally causing a collapse of quantum probability, thereby steering us down paths of foregone destructive scenarios. They are fully aware of how solar cycles impact the noosphere, and they skillfully use this knowledge to amplify any negative trends. Their goal is for you to feel lost, utterly weak, and infinitely dependent. That inexplicable, gnawing anxiety that suddenly grips you deep in the night, around 3 o'clock in the morning. Or is it that oppressive sense of alienation as you impassively watch the fleeting faces of people on a busy street? Know this: it is not ordinary depression. It is your soul, your true essence, gasping for air within the vice grip of this artificially created matrix. Your body sends signals, its way of saying something is amiss, that you've lost touch with your own true essence. These sensations are mere echoes of what Cayce called awakening from a dream. But what if all these monstrous occurrences, wars, global crises, pandemics, are merely shadows dancing on the cave walls? What if the true tyrant, the one holding power, is actually looking at you from your own reflection in the mirror? What if the most important battle unfolds not on the fields of war, but in the uncharted depths of your own mind? What if the one holding you captive is simply your own fear, your ignorance, your unshakable attachment to this fleeting, transient reality? The universe does not punish humanity. It acts like a surgeon, burning away the poison of fear, ignorance, and excessive materialism. This is a kind of cosmic surgery, painful but absolutely necessary for our healing. The crystal crown of our fragile identity shatters into pieces to release the radiant diamond of our true self. The soulless system, its metallic veins piercing the very heart of our society, is cracking under the pressure of awakening consciousness. And here it is, the climactic moment of the ritual, the great inversion. The prophets foresaw not one chosen savior. They foresaw an entire legion of awakened souls. They foresaw you. You are not merely a participant in prophecy. You are its living embodiment. Your pineal gland is not just a part of anatomy. It is your personal source of power, your direct portal to unknown, higher dimensions. The Cayce method is remarkably simple, but mastering it requires iron discipline. Yet, the reward it promises is truly priceless. Begin with the most essential: mindful breathing. Focus all your attention on the inner rhythm of your body, on this unseen pulse of life. Feel how, with each inhale, vital, pure energy fills you, much like sunlight floods a room. And with each exhale, you release the burden of intrusive thoughts and illusions as morning mist dissipates at dawn. Find a place where absolute silence and peace reign, where nothing can distract you from this sacred process. Close your eyelids immersing yourself in darkness. Allow your restless mind to gradually calm, just as the surface of a lake, disturbed by the wind, regains its serenity. Now it is time for the most important part: visualization. Imagine a soft, gentle light beginning to penetrate your head, flowing through it, directed precisely to the center of your forehead, to that mysterious point located between your eyebrows, known as the third eye. This is the light of awakening, the light of true knowledge that ignites within. Feel it spread through your body, a light, pleasant warmth, a barely perceptible tingling, as if thousands of tiny stars are igniting beneath your skin. This is your pineal gland, that mysterious center of our being, beginning to respond, awakening from a long slumber. Imagine it slowly unfolding, like a delicate lotus flower, emitting a soft, golden radiance from its very core. Practice this regularly, each morning or before sleep. When the world around you quiets, do not expect immediate, overwhelming results. The alchemy of consciousness is a subtle and multifaceted process, requiring time, attention, and boundless patience. But remember, every step, even the smallest, taken in this direction, is a significant stride towards true freedom. Every moment spent in deep awareness is an act of quiet, yet resolute defiance against the system that tirelessly seeks to keep us in a state of perpetual slumber. And as Cayce, one of the great sages of the past, said, proper nutrition, supporting our bodies for the work of the mind, also holds immense significance. The food we choose directly influences our energy levels and our ability to concentrate. He strongly advised eliminating processed foods, meat, and alcohol from the diet. Instead, he recommended enriching one's menu with fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. This isn't merely following a diet, but rather a path toward purifying the body, which then becomes more open and receptive to subtle energies. Separate attention was given to sleep. It is during sleep that the body regains strength for recovery, and consciousness actively processes the information received throughout the day. However, he spoke of something more, of lucid dreams, which open the possibility of traveling to other worlds while the body rests. This is accessible provided that consciousness was properly prepared during the day. And of course, all of this is unimaginable without intention. Your intention is the true compass, pointing the way to truth. If your aspiration is to awaken, to know yourself, and to help others, then the universe itself will become your ally, working towards achieving these goals. If you intend to dwell in illusion, so be it. Make your choices with full awareness. Now that your eyes are open, you cannot stand aside. Your like is a brilliant flash of light, instantly visible across the boundless network. Your share is a tiny seed you gently plant in the fertile minds of those still slumbering, and a subscription is your solemn vow, your promise. If you feel ready for more, our inner circle will become your steadfast operational base, and your support through super thanks is the vital energy that fuels the collective flame of our battle against the encroaching darkness. Until we meet again, stay awakened, stay connected,